Alright guys, so we have something pretty special that I've been wanting to do for a while. We're out here filming with the Duo Pro Staff on Lake Biwa. Thank you very much for having us. So, we are today talking about spy baiting. So this is a technique that seems in the US to be maybe misunderstood. It's a super popular bait, but a lot of guys tend to pigeonhole it as more of a wintertime bait or a super finesse bait. And so I wanted to come to Lake Biwa and bring you guys to the originator of this technique.
Spybait 80余裕の3キロ超えですよ。よいしょ。Spybaiting. Nice fish.
This is the man behind everything spy baiting, and I just want to pick his brain so that he can give you guys some tips on how to use it, when to use it, and hopefully you guys can enjoy better spy baiting in the United States. So we're out here in summer. It's really hot. And do you have a season that you throw the spin bait more? What's the best season, or is it all year round for you?
今から、もう終わってから9月ぐらいの荒組の時期、水温がちょっと下がり出すっていうね。
So basically anytime post spawn till fall. So you want the fish to be kind of set up in areas where the controlled depth is going to work. So you know, it's kind of opposite of how a lot of it is done in the US, where a lot of times we think finesse in winter and cold, which it certainly can work, but out here in Japan, really more of a summertime, post-spawn to early fall deal. Show me your retrieve, how you're casting, what you're doing. Are you letting this kind of sink down all the way to the bottom and then slowly moving it back in?
で、ウィードに引っかかっとる可能性があるので、最初はもう
Right when it gets to the bottom, quick little jerk, gets the blades going, and if it's in any grass, you can pop it out of the grass. And then now just a nice slow, steady retrieve. With the spin bait, this is a bait that you can really control the depth. So once it's down to where it is and you do a steady retrieve, it will kind of stay at that depth level. So if you have grass growing off the bottom, you know, right now we're in maybe 3 meters, right? So you're in like 10 feet. If you have grass growing off the bottom a couple feet, you can get this to the bottom and then just slowly just keep it just above the grass so it's in the optimum depth zone the entire time without having to rip it and let it sink back down. So it's a more natural, more finesse approach. You can still throw it on heavier gear, so don't think of this as something that has to be super light line in spinning. Like your rod to be kind of a softer, is it more of a crankbait type rod, or is it a faster, more like a worm rod?
いいけど、でもどちらかというとグラスロッドよりはある程度ティップが柔らかいファーストペーパーのナイスナイス。
All right. Hey. Yeah, right on, man. Yes. Nice one. All right. Nice fat Lake Biwa spin bait bass. Yeah. So cool. First cast. First cast. I'm a spin bait master. Heck yeah. So awesome.
怖い怖い。Small fish. No,
Okay.
no.
That's right. The spin bait was originally designed as a spin bait 80, and the original concept of it was to be more of an eye motion type bait. So designed more as like a wakasagi type bait, which is very popular here, especially in the south end of Lake Biwa. More of an open water, just super finesse, doesn't really do a lot kind of bait. But what he's been able to do is he's been able to take the spin bait and apply it to, you know, we're up in the north end now, full of grass, more heavy cover. And so he's been able to apply it to his style of fishing, and he's found that it's an incredibly effective power fishing tool. And that's really where he's kind of made his stamp and helped Duo kind of develop the whole spy baiting idea. So he took it from an eye motion and created a whole movement and a whole lineup of baits and a whole technique involving, you know, grass and heavier line and you know, a much broader season where we're getting bit. With the spin bait, the action's kind of built in. As you throw it, you know, not only as it falls as a kind of shutter, but as you swim it, it kind of has that same flashing motion, that side to side flashing motion. And then you have the props that are creating a draft behind, so you're getting kind of the best of everything with more of a cast and retrieve and the ability to throw it on heavier gear. But next time you're in an area where you just have a large area to cover full of grass, try the spin bait. Try something different. I think you guys are going to catch a ton of fish on it. Smallmouth love this thing. Lake Biwa largemouth love this thing. So I think you guys will have a ton of success. So thank you very much for sharing your insight with us. Enjoy it, my friends. Give it a shot. We'll see you again soon.